Today we are going to be discussing a phylogenetic tree of pasta shapes. Each different shape of pasta represents an OTU, or operational taxonomic unit. This is a rooted tree because all the varieties of pasta contain a historical pasta ancestor made from the same basic ingredients: semolina or durum wheat flour, water, and occasionally egg. The original pasta is likely similar to the shape of what our lasagna noodles look like today. The relationships on this tree are based on appearances only, with relative lengths of branches denoting similarity. The outgroup on this tree is couscous. Although it contains the same ingredients as the most recent common ancestor of all pastas, the shape is rudimentary and more like droplets of dough rather than the more sophisticated shapes of other pastas. On a branch separate from both couscous and the shaped pastas, we have linguine and spaghetti. These pastas are separated because I believe they share a more recent common ancestor with each other than the other types of pastas due to their elongated shape. However, they differ in their thickness, so I believe that cladogenesis, or the point of splitting in the species, did occur that split what was at one time an elongated flat pasta shape into what we know today as spaghetti and linguine. The internal branch in the middle of this tree is the most complex. It contains the shaped pastas. I hypothesize there was a point of cladogenesis between the formation of twisted pastas and tubular pastas. Rotini and fusilli represent short twisted pastas, and they have their own clade on the tree. They are very similar in appearance, with rotini having only slightly tighter twists than fusilli, which leads me to believe the two split in relatively recent history. As for tubular pastas, I believe the predecessor to all tubular pastas was ziti, which is represented here by the internal node. It has a robust tube-like shape with no texture or twist. The internal node where ziti is another point of cladogenesis, where tubular pastas evolve separately into textured tubular pastas and twisted tubular pastas. In the clade of the tree containing textured tubular pastas, we have penne and rigatoni. These build off the essential shape of their common ancestor ziti, but I believe there was a more recent common ancestor that had vertical lines texturing its external surface similar to those present on penne and rigatoni. Cladogenesis of this ancestral species led to the different shapes at the end of penne compared to rigatoni. As for twisted tubular pastas, macaroni evolved from ziti first, with only a slight bend in its tube shape. Through anagenesis, or evolution within a lineage, macaroni then evolved into elbows, a more curved tube shape, which then evolved further into the textured and twisted cavatappi. We have considered cavatappi a result of the anagenesis of macaroni rather than a member of the textured pasta clade, due to the observation that multiple elbow pastas can be combined to create a structure almost identical to cavatappi. The presence of vertical texture on the external surface of cavatappi pasta is an example of convergent evolution, where the texture was selected for due to its ability to hold sauce.